Happy Nutrient Monday, everyone. We're going to dive right in. So you guys dial in your macros, you hydrate, you sleep, at least hopefully. What if one of your biggest levers for performance recovery and even injury resilience has been hiding in your gut this whole time? For the adult athlete, every advantage counts. Today, we're not talking about a mineral or a vitamin. We're talking about an entire ecosystem, your gut microbiome. Specifically, we're breaking down probiotics, the live bacteria that can be a game changer in how you feel, perform, and recover. This goes far beyond better digestion. So, what are we really talking about? Probiotics are live, beneficial bacteria and yeasts that colonize your gut. Think of them as the skilled workforce in your internal factory. For athletes, this is not just about stomach health. We're talking about the gut-brain axis. We're talking about the gut-muscle axis. Yes, that is a real thing. And the gut-immune axis. Your gut microbiome directly communicates with your brain, influencing your mood and your focus. It helps regulate inflammation, which is crucial for recovery. As you know, I'm a big proponent for anti-inflammatory diet and any supplements that may help with that, but it even plays a role in producing compounds that influence muscle repair and energy metabolism. A healthy gut is a high performance engine. Now, this sounds great in theory, but let's look at the hard evidence linking probiotics to athletic gains. Intense training can suppress the immune system, making athletes more prone to getting sick, a major training derailer. A systematic review and meta-analysis in the Journal of Science, Medicine, and Sport concluded that probiotic supplementation reduced the number of episodes and duration of URTIs in athletes. URTIs are upper respiratory tract infections. Fewer sick days mean more consistent training. For the adult athlete who can't afford to lose a week of progress, this is crucial. Study 2, which focuses on enhancing recovery and reducing muscle damage as related to probiotics. So, what about soreness? A double-blind, placebo-controlled study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology gave endurance athletes either a probiotic or a placebo for 12 weeks. The probiotic group showed significantly lower levels of creatine kinase, and we've touched on this before, but this is something that exists in your blood if you're having an inflammatory response to a stimulus. Significantly lower levels of creatine kinase and perceived muscle soreness after intense exercise. This suggests that a healthy gut can help modulate the inflammatory response to training, leading to faster recovery and less DOMS, also known as delayed onset muscle soreness. Strenuous exercise can sometimes increase intestinal permeability or leaky gut, allowing endotoxins into the bloodstream and driving systemic inflammation. So now we're going to talk about study number 3. We're going to talk about the gut barrier integrity and systemic inflammation and how probiotics affect those. So, strenuous exercise can sometimes increase intestinal permeability or leaky gut, allowing endotoxins into the bloodstream and driving systemic inflammation. As you know, we keep things like the hydrochloric acid that is in our stomach and the waste material that is in our intestines from being in the rest of our body, in our bloodstream, in our, we don't want those there. So we want our gut to be as essentially sealed as possible. This is showing that strenuous exercise can sometimes make it so that your intestines get more permeable, meaning that things kind of flow in and out, and we don't want that. So, research in the International Journal of Sport Nutrition and Exercise Metabolism found that specific probiotic strains can help strengthen the gut barrier, preventing this leak and reducing overall inflammation. The bottom line, a robust gut microbiome helps you train harder, get sick less often, and bounce back faster. So, how do you cultivate this powerful internal garden? You have 2 main strategies: food and supplements. First and most deliciously, through fermented foods. Let's talk about the different kinds of fermented foods that contain these probiotics that we want to have in our gut. 1, dairy-based. You can look at yogurt and kefir. Look for live and active cultures when you're looking at the ingredients list or on the label itself. Next, vegetable base. Unpasteurized sauerkraut, kimchi, and pickles in brine, not vinegar, are your best bets for vegetable-based fermented foods that have probiotics in them. Beverages like kombucha, come no sugar content on that. A lot of companies will include a lot of sugar to offset the fermented flavor, but almost that vinegary flavor. Want to watch how much sugar's in that. And kvass. These are both beverages that are fermented that probiotics. Personally, there is I forget what the brand name is, but there is a specific brand of kombucha. They have a pink lady apple flavor. Oh, and I love it so much. But then there are other sources of probiotics. Paste, which is very common in Asian cuisine, and then tempeh, which is a form of protein commonly eaten by vegans and vegetarians. So the key with food is variety and consistency. Those sound like opposites, but you want to have lots of different strains of different things, and there are so many different strains of probiotics, and so you want to have a lot of different versions so that you have a complete panel of probiotics in your gut microbiome. And then consistency. So you want to have it consistently. So maybe a few times a week. You could have kombucha. I know that's the easiest for me to integrate, but I also eat yogurt that has lipids in it regularly. There are a lot of different options for you. You figure out how it works for you. Now, let's move on to supplementation. So, of course, food is your foundation, but supplements can be a powerful tool for targeting specific needs. So, when choosing a probiotic, don't just look at the CFU, also known as your colony forming units. We want to look at strain specificity, and so we're going to talk a little bit about them, and I'll try putting the names on the screen so you can see them. But you want to look for well-researched strains like Lactobacillus acidophilus, and that one you're going to see fairly commonly because it's in your dairy items. Yogurt's super common. In the grocery store, you can see those things. And then there's Bifidobacterium bifidum. This is for immune support. We have Lactobacillus casei. Now that you can hear in the name lacto, obviously that's going to be related to lactose, which is a sugar that is found in milk. So lactose can be dairy related, but also casei is CASEI, as you see on the screen, and it is related to casein protein. So there's that. This one is shown in studies to help with URTI, so upper respiratory tract infections. And then there's Saccharomyces boulardii. This is a beneficial yeast. It's great for travel, so preventing infection while you're in close quarters with a lot of different people, as well as the stress that traveling does put on your immune system. For best results, take your probiotic with a meal, as food can help buffer the bacteria through stomach acid. And remember, prebiotics are food for your probiotics. So probiotics are the little bacteria, prebiotics feed the bacteria. Think like sugar and yeast, same idea. Include foods like garlic, onions, asparagus, and oats to keep your new little bacteria buddies well fed. Now, let's make this actionable. For you, the adult athlete, optimizing your gut health means more consistent training, fewer illnesses because your gut is helping keep you healthy. You'll also have fewer stomach problems on your training days. Next, faster recovery. Less muscle soreness means you can hit your next session at 100%. Also, better nutrient absorption. A healthy gut absorbs nutrients from your goal-oriented diet more effectively. Then reduce systemic inflammation. This supports long-term joint and tissue health. And also, there have been numerous links found in recent studies between inflammation and brain health. So links to dementia and links to Alzheimer's. So you want to take care of your inflammation as much as possible. Now, what we're talking about aligns perfectly with our Nutrient Monday philosophy. Probiotics are a powerful strategy for supporting your body's systems, but they are in addition to, not in place of, a goal-oriented nutrition plan and a periodized training regimen that help you get more out of the work that you are already doing. And if you want to learn how to build that entire nutrition plan from the ground up, how to fuel your gut, your muscles, and your life, then you need to check out the Eat Well, Move Well nutrition program. That was made by yours truly. This 9-week program teaches you the framework for eating like an athlete. We integrate concepts like gut health, nutrient timing, and food quality into a sustainable habit-based system. You'll learn how to make choices that support your training, your recovery, and your long-term health without the need for restrictive meal plans, because again, we're teaching you the framework. So new groups start every Monday, so you can sign up whenever, and it'll help you if you are ready to build a body that's resilient from the inside out. Click the link in the description box and everything will be taken care of from there. So to recap, probiotics are beneficial bacteria that directly impact an athlete's immune function, recovery speed, and inflammation levels. The science shows they can reduce sick days and muscle soreness. You can get them from fermented foods and targeted supplements. What's your favorite fermented food? Let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for new ideas. I do love cooking and I do love ensuring that what I'm making is addressing some sort of goal that I'm looking for, whether it's hitting a protein goal, trying to how many antioxidants are in my meal, but I do love to see these things. So tell me, are there really great ideas that you include either fermented foods or other probiotic items? Now, if you found this look into the gut performance connection valuable, please give this video a like, subscribe, comment below with your experience with probiotics, and hit the bell for new Nutrient Monday content. Thank you so much for watching. Now go feed those microbes.